Oh yeah, I'm watching that later. Oh yeah, I'm watching that later. Have y'all heard about that Mr. Beast fiasco? Shit is tragic. It is tragic. It's gonna be the end of YouTube, man. I swear. YouTube's coming to an end, man. What's good, Sarler? What's good? Hope you ready for this Combat Pack 3 stuff, man, because we have a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm about to finish setting up here and get things kick-started. I'll make sure I sound good. But I swear, the second I start getting more people in here, I'll stop listening to it myself and just start asking you guys if it sounds good. Be home, what's good? I'll make sure I sound good. Okay. Alright, let's get it kick-started, man, because I know you guys are ready to see what this Combat Pack 3 stuff has to offer. As you can see, I got my girl Cassie right here on the screen. And I got a lot of information to back it up, too. I got a lot of information to back it up, boys. And girls. I know some of y'all ladies be coming in here, too. Let's go ahead and kickstart it off with the little intro, you feel me? What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all, man? Feels good to be back, bro. It feels good to be back. Woo! Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, that's right. We got Combat Pack 3 stuff, man, already. Combat Pack 2 just got leaked. We already got Combat Pack 3 stuff. Already. It's only been a day. But we got some stuff. I'm about to go ahead and cover it on this channel right here. Alright, so look. Your girl Cassie, we're gonna start off with your girl Cassie Cage, right? Your boy Inner Loco, right? Basically went in and dropped a bunch of stuff a while ago, right? And Combat Pack 2 ended up just getting released, right? And a lot of people were saying that all the stuff peeps that you were dropping on this page, right, was just speculation. You know, it wasn't really facts. There was no facts to really like. There wasn't any real facts to go with the information that you were given. Well, guess what? Soon as Combat Pack 2 leaked, guess what? Your boy Peeps was right about everything, y'all. He was right about everything. Right? So when I drop this information for you guys, I do a lot of research, you know, I do a lot of backing and all that other stuff, right? To make sure you guys get the most accurate information possible, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm 100% right when it comes to a lot of this stuff. A lot of this stuff is speculation. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to give you guys facts to back it up at the end of the day, right? And then once those facts are proven as facts, right? And Ed Boon goes out and he says, okay, well, boom, boom, boom. And then, lo and behold, we get these characters. People looking at me like, what? He knew the whole time? Yes, I knew the whole time. Because I dropped it and did the research to tell you guys 3-4 months ahead of time that these characters were going to be leaked. And it's crazy, man, because a lot of people don't be believing when I say, even when I pull it up as facts. Everybody want to go ahead and run and figure out what Dynasty is doing on the other page, man. But look, I'm going to tell you guys this, man. You guys are going to get the latest and the greatest today, man. Start off with your girl, Cassie Cage, man. We got a little bit of information for your girl, Cassie, because I went into the warehouse and found this right here, all right? So, I did drop something in my community tab not too long ago where it basically showed a little bit of this information, right, for Cassie Cage. And I also covered this in a previous live a long ass time ago, right? The only issue was that we didn't know if this was facts or not, right? And long and behold, they actually left this information up, right? Because a lot of stuff they got wiped from the warehouse, you guys. It got wiped, so a lot of this stuff wasn't on there after I want to say like 2-3 weeks ago. They scrubbed everything, right? Because I guess they didn't want certain characters to be in the game, or certain characters that weren't supposed to be in the game had to basically like get scratched, like your boy Johnny, who ended up being Janet Cage, just stuff like that, right? There's a mix and match of just about everything. But this is the information right here that they have on the board so far, you guys. You guys can go ahead and check it out yourself. I will leave a link in the description after this live is over for you guys to go ahead and check it out. And just basically just theorize on who you guys think is going to be inside of this Combat Pack 3. But right now, this is the most accurate information that I got for you guys for Natara and Cassie Cage. And once again, man, I will say it again. Anytime Natara pops up, y'all already know. I would just leave it at that. Y'all already know. When Natara pop up, man, it's pretty much confirmed. It's pretty much confirmed. We did this with the people for Combat Pack 2, right? For the characters that were for Natara, right? And a lot of those characters ended up being accurate. And a lot of those characters ended up getting leaked way ahead of time. Like your boy Noob Saibot, it was a bunch of stuff on him, right? Let's see. Just looking at how it's already in development, and Combat Pack 2 is already out next. Well, they got to put it in development. They have to. If they don't put it in development right now, you know, it's going to be too late. You know, they already got to work on the next best thing. Not only that, but they have to work on the new cameos that are going to come out, right? They have to work on the new season that's going to come out, right? And they also have to work on the movesets for the new characters that they just teased for Combat Pack 2. So it's a lot of stuff on NetherRealm's plate right now. They have to work on it. And then when should we expect it? That I don't know. So expect to see it. This is the best I can give you guys. Expect to see it sometime next year. All right. So that's the disappointing part about it. Everything that I'm about to show you guys is about to be 6 to 7 months in advance. Right. They're not gonna show this stuff until like 2025. Right. This is all information we're gonna get for like next year. That's the sad part about it. And once you just wait, NetherRealm is getting their edge back. They are. They're finally finding their legs. Earning your trust back. I don't know about if NetherRealm is earning my trust back. They still got a lot of stuff that they have to work on, right? A lot of the stuff that they have going on right now is good stuff. I like the direction that they're moving in. I really do. But is it enough to bring, you know, those same people that left back? Is that going to be enough, you know? The push for Creative Fighter, you know, the push for these new game modes, you know, I think those are going to be the things, you know, that are going to like bring more and more people back, along with the animalities and all that other crazy stuff that they just showed. But is this Combat Pack 2 going to bring, you know, everybody back? Like everybody's just going to, no, I don't think it is. You know, I think it's a start. I think it's a good start. They can start making their way up. They can start building upon these cameos, reworking them, because let's be honest, you know, the cameos are absolute dog shit on the first day of the release. Now they're starting to work up the cameos, doing the reworks and stuff for a certain amount of characters and stuff like that. You know, your boy Scorpion, Reptile, they just got reworks and all that good stuff. So it's a lot of good things that are happening inside of the community. They're moving forward, but they got to continue to keep moving forward. If they don't continue to keep moving forward, you're going to continue to see that flat line. And that's the thing. I see a lot of people that get hyped about a lot of the things that, you know, they see on screen. But then when it finally gets released, it's like the Quan Chi effect, right? Quan Chi, you know, he looks so good on screen. And then once everybody finally got their hands on it, it just wasn't as great as everybody thought it was going to be. So I hope this isn't going to be like a Quan Chi effect with the Combat Pack 2, where everything is like elevated, everybody just sees the hype, right? And the building block of that hype was Noob Saibot. Let's be real, right? So I hope this is not like a huge hype train that ends up falling off, because if Noob Saibot ends up being shit, you guys, I think that might be like the complete downfall of this game. Like, I don't think it's gonna go up in anything. It's gonna go straight down if Noob Saibot is absolute dog shit. So they literally cannot mess this up. They can't. That is just my take on it, though. I don't think the comeback is gonna happen since MK. It's gonna happen. Ed Boon confirmed it. It's gonna happen. We're getting Combat Pack 3. Takeda has already have Cassie's intro with Nataro, so Cassie may not come. I don't know about that. I was gonna say Takeda has his own line. Is Bihan going to get killed off? That I don't know. That I don't know. From what I've seen so far, they said that Bihan is going to end up being turned back into Bihan. So he's going to end up getting converted into Noob Saibot, right? Titan Havoc's going to turn him into Noob Saibot, like how you guys seen in the trailer, right? And then Liu Kang is going to try to use his powers to basically convert him back into Bihan, right? Sub-Zero. And then they're going to end up teaming up at the end. And spoiler alert, I'm going to let you know now. Spoiler alert. So if you guys don't want to know what happens at the end of the story, leave now. Alright? Give y'all 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm about to start leaking. So what ends up happening is, right, and this is from the leak for the story. And so far, the leak for the story has been 98 to 95% accurate so far, right? That they're going to end up fighting Titan Havoc. Bihan is going to want to kill Titan Havoc, right? But Liu Kang is going to stop him from killing him, right? And then they get their big happy ending like how it always happens. And then they end up finishing the wedding and so on and so forth. So that's what they have planned for the ending, right? So he's going to temporarily be Noob Saibot, right? Now, are we going to get Noob Saibot for the character? Yes, we're getting Noob Saibot. They showed you guys in Combat Pack 2 that we're getting Noob Saibot. You guys knew this for a while on my channel because, you know, I leaked it like several months in advance, right? So for Cassie, and these are for the people that are doubting that Cassie Cage is going to be in the game, right? We got the gear right here. Once again, I covered this a long time in a previous live. And this is kind of just like a recap of some of these characters because some of these characters, their stuff did get leaked a while ago, right? Cassie Cage's information got leaked a while ago, right? And then we got the gun, the gear from your boy Interloco. But the newest thing about Cassie was this right here, right? The warehouse. Since they ended up updating the warehouse, right? And just kind of left this information here. Now, I want to show you guys something really interesting right here, right? So, not this, but I think it's this right here. All right. So, they have lines, and these are separate from each other, right? And once again, I'm going to let you guys, you know, links are going to be in the description after the live so that you guys can see this stuff, right? But I want to go ahead and just cover this right here, right? So I think somebody got this misconstrued because it says right here at the bottom where you see Cassie Cage and Natara, right? That Natara basically says you know nothing about us Adenian, right? Now, I don't know if somebody, you know, made a boo-boo or what, you know, because I'm pretty sure that this was supposed to be for Jade, right? But instead, it's under Cassie Cage's line, right? Mind you, this has been edited, right, by your people from NetherRealm. So, I don't know who got what wrong. I don't know if this is for them to throw us off. Because Jade now only has one file inside this, inside the warehouse, right? And then you guys also see that Kung Jin right here is at the bottom as well, right? So, there you guys have it. The Combat Kids are going to make a return. They're going to be in Combat Pack 3. And that's what we have so far for those two characters, right? Now for you Jade fans, right? Everybody was saying, oh, Jade didn't come to the Combat Pack 2. Jade didn't do this. Jade didn't do that. Well, she's coming. But she's getting the Melina treatment, right? Y'all remember MK11 where Melina just took forever to get released and we never seen anything for Melina. And everybody was super disappointed because we didn't get Melina at all. Well, it seems like they're doing the same thing with Jade, you guys. We're getting the Jade treatment for Melina, which is actually pretty sad. I doubt Noob will be good. I'm hoping Noob is going to be good. I hope he is. You know, if they mess up, once again, like I said, if they mess up Noob Saibot, it's going to be over. Nobody's going to play MK. All right? They can't mess up, you know, one of the franchise's favorite character. Right? Because if they mess up Noob Saibot, that just shows right then and there, right, that number one, you guys don't care about the game. You're just looking for the money. You're looking for the microtransactions. Mind you, The combat pack for the DLC expansion and for the characters are going to be $59.99, if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually go ahead and just make sure for you guys. Let's go ahead and just confirm it real quick. So, as you guys can see, right here, and sorry for the loud sounds in the background. Once again, I can't stand this intro right here. No, we need Aaron Black. I wish Aaron Black were coming back, but there's no signs of him coming back at all. Jade fans are becoming toxic. That's because they're not getting Jade, you know. Here's the thing, and I don't want to talk over this, but here's the thing with certain characters, right? Certain characters I feel like should be in the game. That it should be a requirement for certain characters to be in the game, period, right? Like Johnny Cage, you know, Sonya Blade, you know, Jade, Katana, Melina. Those are fan favorite characters. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, you know, those are like the building block, right? Kung Lao, Liu Kang, you know, those characters should be in every Mortal Kombat and every installment of Mortal Kombat, right? Those are the prime faces of MK, right? So when you take certain characters like that and just make them DLC, it shows that, you know, you want it to be a money grab. And it is a money grab, you know? So let's say if they make these characters disappointing, like they do make Jade disappointing, or they do make Noob Saibot disappointing, right? It's going to mess up the entire franchise altogether, right? And everybody's going to look at your game like, what the hell? So I'm pretty sure NetherRealm has it covered, but they gotta stop letting Warner Brothers run everything when it comes to these microtransactions, when it comes to X, Y, and Z, when it comes to pushing the game, period, right? Because we saw, you know, that the game is in an unfinished state, and it shows so many times. It shows time and time again that it's in an unfinished state, you guys. You know. So let's see here. You guys can see that for the entire bundle for the combat pack. Let's see what we got here. So, continue your Mortal Kombat 1 Destiny. When you pre-order, you receive 4 additional skins, which we saw, right? I showed that in a previous live. And then we got this right here. So you got these characters if you didn't get it from the Combat Pack 1, right? And then I think you get the bundle for the Combat Pack. Yep, so the 6 new fighters. So you get the 6 new fighters, right? And then you get the 3 guest fighters post-launch, right? And then you get all the stuff that you would have gotten, you know, for the past MK1 bundle. So they're just bundling all up for $10 more. And if you already got that one, you got the $49.99 version, right? So off rip, you guys can see that, you know, it's going to be expensive, right? You're pretty much paying for the game twice. You know, for the story expansion and for the characters as well, right? So that's the disappointing side of this. Now, it's going to be even more disappointing if they end up messing that up, right? Let's say we end up getting Noob Saibot and he's complete dog shit, you know? Then it's going to be an issue all across the board. Then you're going to see the news headlines. Then you're going to see X, Y, and Z. Yeah, it is with tax. So it's probably going to be like 62, like in some change, right? So that's what we got to look forward to. I did show you guys Cassie Cage so that you guys know that Cassie Cage is coming in Combat Pack 3, right? And then here's more information. I think from Interloco. Last night I noticed that some of the Day 1 dialogues from Jade, Cassie, and Kung Jin are back in the files. Are less than 1 day ago, right? So if you guys see that, this is from this was Day 1 stuff that they end up putting back into the files, right? So why would they take it out just to put it back in? You know what I mean? If they weren't trying to throw everybody off. Like, once again, you know, it's a marketing scheme, right? So they're already showing you guys what we're getting, right? But the only thing is they're trying to take it away so it seems like we weren't getting these characters, period, right? So that you guys would stop looking, okay? So you now know that, you know, Cassie Cage, Kung Jin are going to make a return, which means that, hold on, she is also going to make a return as well, right? And there are no files for her. The only thing we have is the gear, right? So we have the gear, the knuckle clusters for your girl, Jackie Briggs right here. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that we are getting all the combat kids for Combat Pack 3. All right. So for those who love the combat kids, there you guys go. We are getting all 3 of them for this game. For those who don't like the combat pack kids, I am so sorry, because this might actually be a waste for you guys. it might actually be a waste for you guys, because I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about the combat kids, right? But from the proof is in the pudding, you guys. That we got this right here. The stuff that was in the warehouse got put back in, and they're unannounced characters, but they all have dialogue, right? So there you guys have it. So you got Cassie Cage, we got Jade, right? Which I'll get to in a second here. We got Jackie Briggs, and then we have your boy Kung Jin, which I think is at the bottom here. Yep. So we got Kung Jin as well. And then these are all the files for these characters right here as well. And then as you guys can see, Jade right here is at the bottom again, right? So for that leak I just showed you guys earlier for Cassie Cage, it looks like they fixed it, because I went back in, right, and I looked at it, right? So now Jade has that line right here, right? So once again, I don't know if they messed that up, because once again, look, I'll even go back to it and show you guys. Not this one, but I think it was this one right here, right? So you guys see, right, underneath Cassie Cage. So they went in and they edited it, right? I think so. I believe that this line was supposed to be intended for Jade at the bottom, right? But they ended up taking Jade out, and they ended up putting her back in. And when I release the warehouse for you guys in the link to the description, you'll be able to see it. It'll look just like this though. So you'll see Jade's file, right? You'll see Cassie Cage's file, then you'll see Kung Jin. You'll have to scroll all the way to the bottom to find it though. So I think that's it for the combat kids. And then we have Jade, which I talked about till I was blue in the face several times, right? Jade is going to be Combat Pack 3, you guys. Once again, I know a lot of people were disappointed, but here you guys go. I even showed leaks like this where the voice actor for Jade was already in the studio, making something. So they have the dialogue, they have the voices for Jade. They have everything they need to drop Jade. They just haven't dropped her yet, right? Now, this could be her, recording for the story expansion. I know a lot of characters in MK have always referred to Jade as Countess Jade inside this game, right? So I wouldn't hold it against NetherRealm to just hold this character back. Once again, it's a marketing scheme, you guys. It is, right? It's a marketing scheme. As behind loyalists, don't screw it up. I hope they don't. I really do. What are your thoughts about Chaos Region and the Combat Pack 2? My opinion, I have mixed feelings about it. So I like the boards, right? I like the characters that they've dropped, right? I just don't like how expensive it is for the story expansion, right? It's like we're paying for a second game. That's the only issue that I have with it. And I'll leave this up on screen for you guys to read this too. But it feels like we're paying for another game, right? The base game was already $69.99, right? And now we're getting the combat pack, which is now $59.99 altogether, right? So all in all, the whole scheme of it all just makes it seem like, they're in it for the money, right? Which, understandably, I understand, if you make your money how you make your money, right? But when is enough, right? You guys, we pay for the skins. We make microtransactions for all sorts of skins, We make the microtransactions to get the easy fatalities. You make the microtransactions to do X, Y, and Z, right? Voice lines, voice announcers, and that's $10 for every voice announcer, right? So you're already making all this money, and don't forget the holiday fatalities because they were making money off of that too. So you're making money off all these avenues for a fighting game, right? And it just seems like more of a money grab than it does anything. And I know they added a lot of fan favorite characters, and will I be getting the story expansion? Yes, of course, because I got to make the content on it. I got to give you guys the latest and the greatest. So of course I'm going to make that microtransaction for you guys, right? But for the people that can't really afford it, it's like, damn, right? We why do that to them, right? It doesn't make sense. At least make it affordable for everybody. It's a story expansion. We're only gonna have, I think they said that we're only gonna have 6 chapters for that story expansion, right? Just 6. So that's half of the story that we got for the Mortal Kombat original game, for the base game, right? Since we got 13 chapters, right? So why would you make us pretty much pay 60 again for just a couple of more characters in the story expansion? That's my whole issue with it. Heroes again. As behind lows, what up? Is it taxed with it? Yeah, it's taxed with it. Devora, please, no, we're not getting Devora again. That's not happening. Is Doomslayer coming to Combat Pack 3? That's actually a good one. That I can't tell you because I don't know. I don't know if Doomslayer is going to come back to Combat Pack 2. But what I do know is that I made a little wish list, you guys, of the characters that I do want inside of this game. And then, I forgot to even explain to this right here. So, in case you guys didn't believe any of the information that you just saw, right? This was information leaked on day 1, right? Along with this right here for Jade, all right? This right here for Cassie Cage. This right here for Kung Jin, right? And the reason I keep going back to this, is to show you guys that all this stuff is legit, right? So if you guys see right here, once again, Natara, also played by Megan Fox, right? You guys can see that she's clearly talking about new Cybot. Once again, this is day 1 stuff, right? This was stuff that, people found day 1, before game release, right after game release, that kind of stuff, right? And as you guys can see that they're clearly talking about new Cybot. Now, who did we get for the story expansion? Noob Saibot, right? This is day 1 stuff. Once again, I'll say it over and over and over until I'm blue in the face. Megan Fox, John Cena, any celebrity that comes in, is a guest character for this game is not coming back. So any leak, and I'm talking to you personally, Interloco, any leak that comes from those characters, the guest characters, special guests, if you data mine any of those character dialogues, right, and you find anything from a different character, at that point it is confirmed as fact that character is going to be in the game. Because those people are not going to come back to NetherRealm Studios to record anything else. Once everything is recorded for those characters, they're done. They're done. They're going to go film the next Hollywood movie, the next Transformer movie. I'm not. But yeah. So anytime that Natara says anything, you guys, anytime that John Cena, aka Peacemaker, says anything, it's fact. All right. So let's go ahead and just nip that in the bud right there. And hence, you guys see, Bihan, right? He ended up getting leaked, Combat Pack 2. And I said this for a long time, right? So, the same thing with Jade. Natara's not coming back, right? AKA Megan Fox, she's not coming back, right? So you guys got to look at it from a business perspective. That's how a lot of these characters get confirmed. A lot of these characters get leaked. Not because of the data mine, not because the person found this information. Yeah, that is pretty good to have, right? But if you actually look at the information and you can actually discern the information from okay, this actor or actress probably has other things better to do than to sit in NetherRealm Studio and record, 20 different things and coming back and forth, right? They're not going to go back and forth. They're going to stay where they are, record whatever they need to record and then go about their day. They've already gotten paid for this, they've already written their contracts, they're done, right? Once they're done, they're done. So, this Jade leak, at this point, you guys can go ahead and say that this is 100% confirmed. This is confirmed to be Jade. It also says Jade now, so there you guys have it. Jade is going to be in the game, but we're going to have to wait an entire 7 to 8 months to actually get her. So that's the disappointing part about it. Once again, it's a marketing scheme, you guys. Go ahead and pull the wool over you guys' eyes, man. So look, this is interesting because look, Natara has 2 things that says NA. So there's 2 things, and they keep updating this, right? There's 2 things that they haven't released yet to the public, right? So now this could be 2 different characters, or this could be 2 different dialogues, all right? So I know a lot of people, were in that Ed Boon interview where he was talking about this Pink Floyd character. It could be him. Do I think it's that Pink Floyd character? I don't think so, right? It's a bonus character. I feel like they added. I don't think that character is going to have a lot of dialogue. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. As for this right here, I don't know who these 2 characters could be, right? You guys can go and you can speculate who these 2 characters are, but I have no clue. I just know that we're getting 2 new characters that we know nothing about. Are they making an announcement about another MK2 game? I don't think that they are. So look, the next game that you guys expect to see, and they're already working on it through MK, it's going to be Injustice 3. Alright? So they're already testing the wall physics, how like characters get bursted through walls and then they, get the little punching animation where they're like flying in the air and stuff like that. Breakable walls, stuff like that. They're working on it in MK1. So the files for that were in MK1, but I don't think they're going to put it inside of MK1. That's not going to be a game mode for MK1. That's just something they're going to test for Injustice. So we're getting Injustice 3. And if you guys actually looked at any of Ed Boon's posts, he said that they have more than one pot on the stove. Meaning they're working on more than one game, right? And I don't know any other games that NetherRealm Studio are making that are going to be like huge releases other than MK and Injustice. So we're getting Injustice 3 pretty soon, you guys. I don't know when we're getting Injustice 3, but I just know that we're getting Injustice 3 pretty soon here. Since MK has already been here for about a year, right? I'm pretty sure they have another team working on that. We're not going to get any crazy news just yet about it. But expect to see something, I want to say, closer towards, I want to say 2025 January or around this time winter. Just keep your eyes out for it. Any leaks for Injustice, keep your eyes out for it. Because it's already been a year for MK. So we'll have to wait and see. But as of right now, I know for a fact that they're testing that. So there you guys have it. Injustice 3 is coming. I don't know when though. Choose your character. So these were all the characters. Once again, day 1 lines right here. So lines taken from day 1 files. Day 1. Thanks to Interloco for all these, because Interloco went in and he found all this information. Once again, Interloco, man, if you can find anything about certain guest characters, because I know you be in my lives, man. If you can find anything about these guest characters, please leak them. Please. The guest characters are where the good stuff is. That's where the gold is. So anything that has to do with Natara, anything that has to do with, I'll even say Omni-Man, right? Anything that really has to do with Peacemaker, though. So Peacemaker and Natara, if you can find anything from those 2 characters, they're confirmed. They're going to be 100% legit, right? So hopefully, Interloco, you can find something, man. I don't think NetherRealm Studio is going to make another MK game. Next game is going to be Injustice 3. Yep. I hope Injustice 3's guest character themes, MKX with the horror. I don't think they're going to do anything crazy like that. Now, they might make a crossover with the MK characters. I know they've done that in the past, right? I think they added Scorpion for one of them for Injustice 1. They added Sub-Zero for Injustice 2, and I think they added Raiden too. I don't know what they're gonna do for Injustice 3 though. They're never really prone to really like stepping outside the DC universe when it comes to those games. So we might see a bunch of like DC characters, right, and a couple of like DC DLC. But I don't think they're gonna drop any crazy like characters like how they do in MK. Like MK is like the core for like dropping those like early '90s, early 2000 films type of stuff, type of deal, you know. So we'll see a lot of that there, but I don't think we'll see it for Injustice 3. So there you guys have it right here. Once again, it shows you guys that these are going to be the characters that are pretty much at this point confirmed to be in this game. I'm gonna say it's confirmed because so far everything that I've seen on this list so far, either A points to another character being leaked, B points to that character or that person not coming back to that studio, and C, you know, just being there in general and them not taking it down, just proves right then and there that they want to use these characters for something, right? So there you guys have it for those characters. Now, the rest of these characters that I'm about to go ahead and show you guys are going to be pure speculation, right? I have no accurate information about these characters being in the game whatsoever, but I do want to see these characters inside the game, right? So before I get into that, Season 8 is going to be Liu Kang's season, if you guys don't know already. The flames for the Season 8 were leaked. So you had the red flame going across, and then right after that, you had the blue flame going across. Shout out to your boy, Ice Cream, You Scream, we all scream for Ice Cream, because he was the first one to find it, right? So there you guys have it. Season 8 is going to be Liu Kang's season. Also, for the people that love seasons, they are slowing down on seasons. They're going to be done. I want to say we got 2 more seasons. You guys. So we got this season, Season 8, we got Season 9, and then we got Season 10, and I think they're going to be done, right? Your boy, what is his name? I'm sorry if I butcher it, but I think it's Fate Unknown, right? He went in and he made a post and basically said that they're pretty much done with the seasons. They're going into another direction. Now, could that be Conquest? I don't know. Could that be Tag Team and the new game modes? Test your might, test your sight? I have no clue. All I know is that they're going in and they're taking the seasons out of the game after, I want to say, 2 or 3 more seasons, right? Then they're going to be done. So for those who like seasons, you know, enjoy it while it lasts, you know. For those who don't like seasons, we're getting something totally different. So that's all I have for the seasons. Now, your boy the Thinny goes in and says, right, that not the noob Cybot buff we were talking about, but I'll take it. So, once again, if you guys didn't see the trailer, we are getting noob Cybot. And what are you guys' thoughts on that, man? How do you guys feel about the new noob Cybot look? I think it looks pretty cool. I'm not going to lie to you. And then my boy right here, Hollow Index, says that I hope they make Jade a dude. Why would they ever do that? If they make Jade a dude, fans are going to go ballistic. Now, they got away with it with the droids. But if they do it with Jade, I don't think there's any coming back from that. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I hope that they don't do this. Like, you can get away with the droids because you already put those in as cameo, right? And you can justify that Chameleon has a couple of Jade's movesets, but I don't think you're going to get away with that one, buddy. That one, I don't know. I'll leave you guys to go ahead and speculate on what that might be. So, for my list right here. Dope noob look. Yeah, noob looks absolutely phenomenal, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I think this might be by far the best noob look that I've seen so far. And I love the way they have his voice, too. I feel like they just smashed it when it comes to his MK1 look and how he sounds in general. But so look, for my first person on my list that I want to see for the wish list, I'm going to go with Harley Quinn, you guys, right? Now, once again, I don't think that, what was the word I was looking for? I don't think if they do the whole Harley Quinn thing that they should take another actor other than your girl, Margaret Robbie. She needs to play her. If she does not play the Harley Quinn inside of MK1, just throw it away. Nobody else we don't want any other Harley Quinn. We just want her. That's it. Right? Now, I have no information about this whatsoever, but I got one tiny piece of evidence that she might be in the game. That is it. And that is pure speculation. It is a shot in the dark, you guys. It's a pure shot in the dark. But I'll go ahead and show you guys. Right? Now, she had a little interview, right? And she was talking to a couple of people. And she ended up running into John Cena, right? But I'll let her go ahead and finish and tell you guys what she's got going on. But she ended up running into John Cena here, right? And let's see if I can find it here. It should be in my shorts tab somewhere. Or I might just have to, I'll type it in. I'll retype it for you guys to see it. Can I not see shorts here? Oh, here it is. All right.
The John Cena cameo was a brilliant coincidence. He was in London shooting a different movie and I was having dinner, and when I went to pay the bill, the waiter was like, it's already been taken care of. And I was like, what? By who? And they're like, by John Cena. And I was like, where's John Cena right now? Because I've worked with him before. He was over in the corner. I was like, what are you doing?
Okay, so did y'all hear that? She worked with him before, right? Now, I don't know if y'all caught that. I'm like, once again, I don't know these celebrities' lives. You know, I don't know if they maybe had a whole thing with WWE. I don't know. I just know that John Cena was up at NetherRealm Studios and he recorded something. And I know that those two had an encounter with each other. That's all I know, right? Now, could they have had a conversation about them being on MK? Could they have had a conversation about going to NetherRealm Studios? Could they have had they could have done a whole lot of stuff. Whole lot of stuff behind closed doors, right? Sexual or non-sexual, I don't know. But all I know is they both had connections at some point. And I'm pretty sure that that conversation came up at some point at some time, you guys. All right? So this is the only bit of information that I have. It's once again, it's a shot in the dark. But this is all the information that I have. All right? So if we end up getting Harley Quinn, y'all heard it here first. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So second on my list, Harumi. Now, your boy Interloco went in and said, right? And I'll read this in just a second, you guys. But your boy Interloco went in and said that Harumi won't be fully playable as a cameo. Alright? Now, I said this time and time again, you guys. And I'll say it again. Because everybody and their mama want to listen to Dynasty. Y'all want to listen to True Underdog. Y'all want to listen to everybody but your boy Peeps. Right? I said that Harumi is going to be playable. Not a playable cameo, but she was going to be playable. Right? I said this in a previous live before Dynasty leaked the video. Before, True Underdog. Before Interloco put this information out. Right? I went in, right, and I speculated that Harumi might be playable, right? And then, long and behold, we ended up getting a Harumi leak, and everybody flocked to Dynasty's video, right? And they came back to my video and was like, Peeps, Dynasty already did it. But I was like, no, you got it all wrong. I did it 3 months ago, right? But then again, Dynasty does have a bigger platform than I do, right? So I can understand why some people are like, okay, Dynasty did it first, right? But if you actually go back and you look at my channel, you'll see, and you can compare that I actually ended up leaking this before any of these other YouTubers leaked it, right? And I said that she was going to be playable. Not cameo, but playable. I'm still going to speculate that she's going to be playable, you guys. There's no way in hell that they're going to go ahead and let this character go to waste. No way. No chance, right? She's going to make an appearance at some point. And in the story expansion, they said that there was a character that was running with the Earthrealmers, who they did not name, right? They named Harumi a couple of times, but then again, they could have went in and added Harumi inside of that entire story. And at some point, we could play as Harumi, right? Now, once again, this is pure speculation, right? I don't have any evidence to back it up other than the evidence that I had with Harumi being alive inside of this timeline, right? Her getting her ending in the Scorpion ending, right? And her getting her ending inside of the latter ending for Scorpion as well, right? But all I'm going to say is this. Harumi was never alive in any other timeline except for this one. Right? Now, would it be too far-fetched to say that she could be a playable character, not cameo? Right? Now, I know what the voice actor said. You know, she's like, okay, you know, I'm going to be cameo inside of this MK1 game. But then again, I don't know. Once again, this is speculation. But I think that Harumi is going to be playable, you guys. I know what Interloco said, but I think she's going to be playable, not a cameo. I would totally go for Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn on MK1. A lot of people would, but it's got to be her. It can't be any. It can't be any other Harley Quinn. It has to be her. If it's not her, they messed up. They automatically messed up. So once again, that's the only piece of evidence that I have. Her and John Cena had they had an acquaintance moment, but that's about it. That's all I got to go off of, you guys. Don't be surprised if she pops up. Cena did a cameo for her and Barbie. Yeah, once again, you know, I'm not saying that they didn't do anything afterwards, right? But all I'm gonna say is this: they could have talked about something totally different. They could have talked about a lot of stuff, right? I'm not saying that Harley Quinn is gonna be cameo, right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she's gonna be playable, right? There's a bunch of stuff that celebrities talk about behind closed doors, you guys. You don't think that MK1 information didn't pop up not once? You don't think, you know, before or after that situation, that MK thing didn't pop up not once? These celebrities, they talk. They talk a lot. I know people in the industry, they talk. That's all they do is talk. I thought Noob will come for another timeline like Titan Havoc. No. Noob Saibot is going to be from this timeline, right? It's going to be Bihan. He's going to get temporarily turned into Noob Saibot, right? Gears is going to be used as a battery in order to, like, do all this crazy stuff, right? And Titan Havoc is basically going to use his powers to basically turn Bihan into Noob Saibot. The way all this happens is that he ends up getting kidnapped inside of the wedding, right? Oh, I'm sorry, not kidnapped. I'm sorry, I'm messing it up. After the wedding, the Lin Kuei ended up basically losing the battle, right? And they get imprisoned and they get sent to Outworld under Melina's rule, right? Once they get sent into Outworld under Melina's rule, right? I think it's Shao Kahn, Reiko, and Bihan. They're all in prison, right? Titan Havoc ends up popping up out of nowhere, right? And he ends up bursting them out of prison, right? Along with fighting the Earth Realmers and all that other stuff. They end up escaping, right? And he temporarily ends up turning Bihan into Noob Saibot, while also using Gears as a battery to do all this stuff, right? Titan Havoc's main goal is to basically spread chaos throughout the realms. So the Earth Realmers basically have to go into the Chaos Realm, or Titan Havoc's universe, and basically stop all the chaos that's going on. And as you guys can see from the trailer, he's got all the Infinity Stones on his chest. And I guess that's how he's doing it, as well as using Gears as a battery to do all this stuff, right? But that's how it was implied, right? And then at the end of it all, I think they end up running with them. I guess this is like this huge battle between Liu Kang, Noob Saibot, who ends up getting turned back into Bihan at the end of it all, right? And then I guess they end up finishing up with the wedding, and then that's the story expansion, right? But once again, we know for a fact that the story expansion is going to be 6 chapters long. So you got half of what we got for the base game, right? So for the next person I have for this one right here, you guys, I want to see Cabal. I feel like everybody wants to see Cabal make a return. Cabal is a fan favorite, and I feel like he gets overlooked in pretty much every game. But I think that Cabal should make a return in MK1. I feel like he would fit, right? I don't have any evidence at all whatsoever for him to be inside the game, but I do want to see him inside the game. All right, that's all I have for this guy, man. I just want to see him in the game. And then I got this super cool shot of him right here. I hope we get him. I really do. All right, and last but not least, man, we got your boy Akuma. Now, I got one little piece of evidence for you guys. One little piece. Once again, the last 3 characters that last 4, I should say. The last 4 characters that I showed you guys are literally a shot in the dark, all right? They're a shot in the dark, and I'm hoping I hit the target on at least one of them, right? It's probably going to be the Harley Quinn one. But Akuma, I think, is going to be in MK1 because what ended up happening a couple of weeks ago was that Street Fighter, one of the announcers, I don't know if it was the game developers or what, but one of the announcers from Street Fighter, right, said that they wanted to do a collaboration with MK, right? Now, if MK decides that they want to go and make this collaboration with Street Fighter, right, and put a character inside Street Fighter 6, we might end up getting a character inside of Mortal Kombat. So it might be a cross-progression type of thing, right? Now, the best candidate for who I think they should add, since he's already been inside of one of the Tekken games, would be no other than your boy Akuma, right? So Akuma has been known to hop universes already. And MK is already a universe type of game. So, would it be too hard for NetherRealm to go in, right? Pull this character from the Street Fighter 6 universe and put him inside of MK? I'll leave you guys to speculate that. But that is really all I have for you guys. Wasn't Havoc and Noob old friends? I don't know about in this timeline, but in the older timelines, yeah, they'd end up partnering up. Yeah, so Noob and Havoc end up partnering up inside the older timelines. And I think that's where they're basically getting at for Liu Kang's new timeline, that you can't change the past or the future. Everything is pretty much going to play out the way it plays out. You see that the villains inside of this game are, still with their malicious ways, right? Like Quan Chi, like Shang Tsung, right? Liu Kang tried to take away his sorcerer powers. He ended up becoming a sorcerer anyway, right? The Soul Nado ended up making an appearance, So it's a lot of little stuff, that we saw in the older games that are still going to end up playing out inside of this timeline. So you're going to see a lot of characters die, a lot of older characters that died in older timelines, right? That are going to end up dying in this timeline, right? So it's going to be a lot of suicide missions that Liu Kang is going to be sending his people on, right? So it's going to be super exciting. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of excited for the story expansion. I just don't like how expensive it is, though. And I will play the story expansion on my channel just in case a lot of you guys are interested. But I know you guys are mostly here for the leak information, right? So, who knows? I don't know. I may or may not do it. I don't know. Probably am, but yeah. It depends if Capcom is willing to have their characters multiplied, mutilated. I'll see Akuma or Bison be the best fit. Yeah. I think it's going to be Akuma, though, if they do anything. Because, once again, Akuma is known for hopping timelines. He's known for doing that. Right? Mutilated is crazy. But, yeah, that's all I have for this one, man. Couple of good characters that I know for a fact are going to be inside the story expansion. And the Combat Pack 3, right? I think they're going to tease Jade inside the story expansion, though, you guys. Countess Jade has been teased for a super long time. So I do think that they're going to add her inside the game, right? And inside the story expansion. As for, Cassie Cage and Kung Jin, I don't think they're going to make a return until we actually see, the whole Combat Pack 3 actually come out. But Countess Jade, I think we're going to see for sure inside the story expansion. And I think it's going to blow a lot of people's minds. But I know a lot of people are going to be upset too because we didn't get her, as soon as we were supposed to. Once again, I feel bad for you guys that like Jade, because Jade is a fan favorite character. And once again, I see the tweets, I'm on Twitter all the time. I see the tweets. And a lot of people are disappointed that they're A, haven't seen her yet, or B, just don't know that she's going to be in the game, right? Once again, she's getting the Melina treatment, dude. So I really feel for you guys. But yeah, man, Akuma, dude. I think what's going to end up happening is they're going to end up taking Sub-Zero, right? They're going to be like, shoot, right? And then we're going to get Akuma this way. And I feel like he would be the perfect fit. He's savage. Why not add Akuma? or Bison. You know? But that's just my take on it, you guys. I pretty much showed you guys everything I need to show you guys. Yeah. Be on the lookout for this season right here, dude. The only thing is, I hope that they don't mess this season up. Really, I do. They've messed up the last 3 seasons, and you know it seems like they're slowing down more and more on these seasons. I don't think that this thing is going to survive much longer. And from what your boy Fate Unknown has said, you know, I don't think he believes that this is going to survive either. And he's never been wrong. So there you guys have it, man. Story expansion and Combat Pack 3 characters have been leaked by your boy Peeps. Once again, you guys seen it here first. You didn't see it on Dynasty's channel. You didn't see it on your boy, what is his name? True Underdog's channel, Diff. You didn't see it on any of those channels. You seen it right here. All right? Glad we got that figured out. But for this week, I don't know. You know, we'll see what I got for you guys this week. I am going to make a crazy announcement this week, though. Maybe a lot of you people are going to like it. Maybe a lot of people are not going to like it. Who knows? Biggest reveal I'm going to have on this channel, though. So, we'll see, man. But I love each and every one of you, man. Once again, you guys, make sure you guys are taking care of yourself, man. I love each and every one of you, man. I'm about to go ahead and hop off of this and play a little bit of Red Dead. But I love you guys, man. And I'm out. Peace. As for